some yacht rocking newsman-terry. Yacht rocking newsman-terry. I don't mean yacht rocking as in Hall and Oates, as in Michael McDonald's. What was Michael McDonald's band? I forget. The Doobie Brothers. I don't mean yacht rocking like that. I don't mean no song sailing. Diddly dee 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 ba da da. I mean yacht rocking as in those orca whales over in that sea south of Spain, tearing up them wealthy people's yachts, saying, "Oh no, this is going to be trouble for you." That kind of yacht rocking news commentary, which I've dubbed newsman-terry. Come on, YouTube. YouTube, please. Please, YouTube, make a category called newsman-terry. Not news, not commentary, but news commentary. Newsman-terry. One day, mark my words, there will be a YouTube genre, newsman-terry. Because listen, that's what a lot of this stuff is, right? Even the big news media outlets claim to be unbiased, just journalists reporting the truth, but they're all biased. At least some of us have the dignity to say, yeah, we're biased. Yes, we're biased. Greed is bad, folks. Curtis, what's up? Good morning, my guy. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this beauty. I would be outside, but it started pouring. But the waves were absolutely spectacular. The waves stopped. It was interesting to see the ocean as this little storm kind of rolled in, and the waves just became these perfect little baby sets, perfect for beginner surfers. So I want to come down here real quick, but the rain stopped. I don't know if it's supposed to be raining, so I wasn't about to go stand in the rain while trying to do this. San Diego, SD. I used to live in San Diego. I lived in San Diego for a long time. But we're going to talk about P. Diddy today on this yacht rocking newsman-terry. Yeah, San Diego. God dang, I was just thinking about a California burrito the other day. The only place in the world you can get a California burrito in San Diego. And Curtis, if you aren't too far from North PB, like Loring Street area, it should still be open. They only take cash, no card. It's called Los Dos. Los Dos Brothers or Los Dos something. Los Dos Pedros. I forget what it's called, but I just called it Los Dos. It's north of Loring Street. It's by what's that Beginner Beach surfer area? But it's like right around there. It's a little burrito shop right across it. It used to be Albertsons. Now I don't know what it is. Again, this was a decade ago. But the last time I went out there, Los Dos was still there holding it down strong. They got the best horchata and the best California burrito in all of San Diego. So if you get a chance and you're in San Diego, go to Los Dos, North PB by Loring Street. Look it up. All right, Diddy denied bail again. I got some notes, and I might even go live again later because this story is insane. Now, if you don't know, his lawyer went in front of another judge, making all the press appearances. Damn, now it's getting hot. It was just raining, and now the sun is out, and it's getting real hot. I liked it better when it was raining. I like the ocean when it's raining. So Diddy's lawyer is all over the place. You see him all over YouTube with his press conferences. Everybody's covering him. And he's saying, it's hard to build a case with my client in jail. Oh, I wonder how everybody else in America does it. Lawyer. I wonder how every other lawyer in this country, which has one of the highest incarceration rates in the world, prepares their court case with their defendant in jail. That's the weakest. I mean, you figuring this guy's making 6 figures at least, maybe 7 figures working for Diddy. And this dude, his whole thing was, it's inhumane. The conditions are inhumane, and it's hard for me to prepare with Mr. Diddy, Mr. Brother Love, in jail. That was what he came with. My God. And the bail package. We'll talk about this. What's up, Samuel GM? What are you the GM of? Or is that you're just a fan of General Motors? So that's what his lawyer is crying about in all these press conferences, which is fucking hilarious. Again, if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe and the notification bell. I go live 5 days a week. Don't mind all the seagulls yelling in the background. All I hear when I hear seagulls is mine, 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 mine. I'm Rob. I do a yacht rockin' newsmentary. That's a term I came up with. News commentary, newsmentary. You can pretend like you go to Fox or CNN or NBC, which I don't watch none of them. Well, I did watch some Fox Live, and I linked it down below. We'll get to that in a minute. But I normally don't go to them for my news. I go to them to validate other sources that I've read or to collaborate on what I've already learned. But they all pretend like they're unbiased and fair and centered and facts and journalists and yada yada. No, let's face it. My generation, we come to YouTube for the news. And I tell you up straight, this is yacht rockin' news. Yacht rockin' newsmentary. That's what it should be called. Newsmentary, news commentary. Because it's biased, all right? We seen the video of what P. Diddy did to Cassie in 2016 that CNN released. We have some bias, okay? You can pretend it's... Oh, damn. I hope I don't get a slap on the... Man, he should be playing that music that loud. Doesn't he know some people are live streaming? LOL, last name is Garcia Martinez. Typical Latino with a long-ass name. I agree. Everyone hit that like button. Sam, I didn't mean to joke with you, Samuel. I was just wondering. I'm always curious about people's handles. So it's very fascinating to me when I see different things. I'm glad you could roll with the jokes, though. I appreciate that. The bad jokes, may that be. Appreciate you, Samuel. Yes, hit that like button, hit subscribe and the notification. Watch out, the police. Whoop, whoop. Hit that like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell after you hit subscribe, please. We're on our way to 7 million subscribers. And I know you probably looked at my subscribers count and said, Rob, you have 1,400, bro. Yeah, but I got big, lofty goals. I'm going to be one of the biggest newsmentary channels on YouTube. Hell, I define the genre. News commentary. I'm not here to pretend you like I'm just reporting on facts. I'm biased. Very biased. How could you see that video of what P. Diddy did to Cassie? Meanwhile, 6 months leading up to that video release, don't forget, P. Diddy said this is all a money grab. They're all liars. And then the video gets released, and all of a sudden he's on Instagram or Threads or whatever he's on, saying, I take full responsibility for my actions. That was a deep, dark place. I was on drugs. Liar. Liar. Proven liar. You know, I made a note. I said, the best actors play themselves. The best actors, put a toothpick in it. That's another thing I say. The best actors play themselves. What do I mean by that? Well, let's look. Ellen, a few years ago, she was the be kind lady, right? Melania, be best. No, let's not bring her into it. Ellen was the be kind lady. Turns out she was everything but kind to people that worked with her, worked for her, that she had power over, that she had their jobs in her hand. She was never kind to them people, right? Now, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast is the philanthropic charity YouTube megastar, the capitalist charity guy, and it turns out he's everything but philanthropic to the people that work for him and that are surrounding him, his outside of his little inner boys club. And now P. Diddy, who had renamed himself Brother Love, how's that going in prison? And turns out he was everything else besides a brother that loved people. At least from the allegations, and I'll definitely say from the video. So let's go into why P. Diddy thinks he's special. Well, oh damn, that cop just drove right back. I don't know if you've seen that. Like a cop cruising the shoreline right now? Jeez. Maybe he's watching. What's up? Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. I go live 5 days a week. So P. Diddy, not only is his lawyer offering or pleading because his P. Diddy's lawyer, Brother Love, Dusty Crumbs, old Sean Combs' lawyer saying jail is inhumane. Well, welcome to American jail system. What'd you expect? I mean, people, this has been like a long ongoing thing, which I agree it's very inhumane. I think most of the time your punishment is the removal from society, but we're not going to get to my opinions on jails and prisons. But essentially, the whole point of jail is you're removed from society. You no longer get to participate. You did something where you can no longer participate. And the crime, or the punishment for the crime, or the punishment for the allegations where you need to be held because you are a threat or deemed a flight risk or XYZ, is that you're removed from society. I think that's what we all agreed upon. I don't think, this is the one time I'll say, like, his lawyer's right. Like, I don't think that mold in wherever, cockroaches, no heat, no electricity, I don't think those things are supposed to be part of the punishment. The punishment, ideally in my world, would be a rehabilitation for those who can be rehabilitated and a removal from society. Just look at Norway's prison system or any of those Nordic prison systems. I think they do it right. I'm listening at work. What's up, Curtis? Good to see you listening at work. Don't get in trouble. If you need me to write you a note, I'll write you a note. Dismiss you early. Kevin Hawthorne, what's up? Good to see you, man. So anyways, that's a brief summary of why I think, the lawyer's right that it shouldn't be inhumane, but the lawyer's wrong in saying he can't prepare for a trial. Every lawyer with their client locked up has to do this way. But the fascinating, why I said, brother Dusty Combs, love, Sean, Puff Jacket Daddy, whatever his alias is now, who knows? Maybe he'll come out of prison when he's 800 and have a new nickname, Brother Solitary, Shoe Unit Lover. I don't know. I couldn't speculate, though we could. If you want to drop a nickname in the comments down below, go ahead. But why does Combs think he's special? Well, the other offering to get him out on bail is hilarious. They not only put up they said we'll put up 50 million. I think they put one of his houses or a plane, or I don't know. This guy owns so much, and we're going to go into the properties he owned, because where he is now compared to where he was is going to be inhumane for anybody going from those drastic differences. But they not only said, hey, 50 million for the bail, right? But they also said we'll hire Sage Security, which is a private security firm filled up with former police officers. They said, we'll hire them to monitor him while he's at his house. This is so hilarious. Pay close attention to what greedy people think they could get away with, okay? Normal people like you and me, any of these charges, there's not a lick in hell we can offer up anything. But these people are so myopic, they go, listen, we'll hire people to monitor him. We'll do jail from home from one of his 17,000 square foot mansions. We'll do it. We can handle it. We'll run our own private little prison system in his house. And then they also said 50 million, Sage Security, private security firm to monitor him. They said we'll have a guest log. Puff Daddy's lawyer offered to have a guest log, so they just have to log in, which everybody's on the honor system when you're doing your own prison at home on bail. They said, we'll have a guest log, so you got to sign in. How kind of them. Then they said he'll give up his phone and he won't have internet. So here's the bail offering. And again, if you're new, I link all the articles, all the stuff I talk about down below in the description. You could read it for yourself. You can watch. I've been watching, reading. I've been diving into this because I find it hilarious that just the video of what he did to Cassie with all the charges and the proof that he's a liar, because he denied that video ever happened. He denied he was that person. He said it was all a money grab for 6 months till the video came out, which, by the way, we're going to get to how many more terabytes of videos they probably have. But then after that video came out, then he fully took responsibility, his own words, to that behavior. So this is just a proven liar, right? And now the guy has the balls to go out there. And why not? He's looking at 15 to life. Mostly heavy emphasis probably on the life with these charges. And he has the audacity to say, I'll hire my own security firm to watch me, to monitor me. You know, I'll pay them. Usually when you pay people to watch you, they're very strict. It's like paying a babysitter to watch you yourself. Not your kids, but saying, I'm going to pay a babysitter to watch me. And they're going to have to listen, right? What fucking planet does this dude live on? But then he said he'll give up his phone and have no internet. So now we're looking at like what? A grown-up timeout? He offered up $50 million. But on top of that, he said he'll have a guest log so they can prove who comes and sees him. You know, because everybody's going to have to sign into a guest log. That's just, you know, law in America. But then they also said he'll have no women come to see him. We promise. And they didn't have their hands behind their back with their fingers crossed. I'm assuming, I don't know, I wasn't there, but I'm assuming his lawyer put his hands up and said, see, no fingers crossed, no women besides his mom and the mother of his kids. Which at this point, you got to think his mom is in the least disappointed, in the most not wanting to talk to him. You know, these are heavy charges. And I'm not going to go into that. I've done other live streams about the indictment and all this stuff. And there's other YouTubers who will, I'll say Straight Game TV, Del Ray Richardson, has been doing an excellent job factually covering this with good discernment in his discussion points. So if you want to watch a really great YouTuber, Del Ray Richardson is here on YouTube. I think it's Straight Game TV. I highly encourage you to watch. I watch his stuff all the time. He worked with Tupac, talks about Tupac, talks about the Diddy stuff. Straight Game TV, big shout out. Go check him out. He is amazing, and subscribe and notify his channel too. But he goes through legal paperwork. He has a better setup than me on my phone. So he shows you the legal paperwork on screen and reads it. And I love watching his stuff because his breakdown is impeccable most of the time. All right, so now we know what they offered for bail. And you gotta imagine, P. Diddy thinks he's a special mother. He really thinks he's a gift from God. If he's offering the adult equivalent, the legal equivalent of a timeout, and you're gonna go to your room for a little bit with a guest log and a babysitter, and you're gonna have no phone and no internet. That's what fucking P. Diddy offered for bail. I'm surprised the judge didn't laugh. I mean, we don't know. Well, I'm sure they would have reported on it, but at that point, if I'm a judge, this is why I probably shouldn't be a judge. I would have laughed. I would have been like, really? You want an adult timeout in one of your, let's see, Beverly Hills, 17,000 square foot mansion. Miami Beach, 1.34 acres on an island, 8,000 square foot mansion. Then he bought the place next door, which is 19,000 square feet for $14 million. New Jersey, he has 3.5 acres and 11,000 square feet. In New York, he has a condo. So what P. Diddy said was, I promise to give you my phone and not use the internet. I won't go on Roblox to contact any witnesses. And I'll have a guest log and no girls can come over. Like, this sounds like a fucking teenager negotiating their timeout. Does it not? Tell me if I'm wrong in the comments, please. But this sounds like your teenager's like, no, here's the terms of my punishment. And you're like, who do you think you are? No. What? No internet? Did he really offered? He's like, let me out of where he's staying is Brooklyn MDC, Metropolitan Detention Center, which is a ruthless federal jail. This is a place where they held Ghislaine Maxwell, R. Kelly, who else? And Sam Bankman-Fried, okay? They all went through there and they all had not fun things to say about the place. But again, remember, when you have pages, 35 pages, I forget how long the indictment was. When you have that many pages of an indictment with the heinous charges that they are, you get removed from society. That's just, you know, how we've all as a people communally decided to arrange our society. I don't think the condition should be inhumane. I think the punishment is removal. And we do know that P. Diddy, brother Crumbs, Dusty Crumbs, brother Love, Combs, Puff Jacket, whatever he's going by, really, it's exhausting. We know that he's in the solitary, the special housing unit, SHU, the SHU damn it. Hold on, I draw my toothpick. Gotta get it. Gotta get it. I got it. Just it off. 5-second rule. If you're counting at home. But we know P. Diddy is in the SHU, the special housing unit, all alone, solitary. I'm surprised that they didn't say, like, he got the floor cleared for him. Nobody else is on the floor. It's probably all his own. And how in-depth these people go? God, you love it. You gotta love today's media. 60 years ago, it was like you tuned in at NBC to watch some dude ripping a butt live on air, getting phone calls on air going, all right, we have the latest update. And now they're telling us what he had for his first meal. They said he had Swedish meatballs or the option for a vegetarian black bean burger, which I don't believe neither of that, but that's what they're reporting. Okay, you can look it up yourself. This is the news commentary, the yacht rocking news commentary I bring in. I'll even tell you what he fucking ate if I read about it, which is funny. Because you think Swedish meatballs, damn, I haven't had Swedish meatballs in forever. That sounds delicious. But what the next court date will be is October 9th. He ain't moving from Brooklyn till then, and I don't think he should move from Brooklyn at all until this trial's finished. While the government goes through, they say, quote, dozens of terabytes of data. That means video, iCloud. They took more than 100 tablets, phones, etc., etc. They're combing through all of this. And you got to imagine a dude as arrogant, as myopic, and narcissistic, and again, I'm not a doctor, so I'm just saying these terms as a loose news commentary, newsmentary YouTuber, but I believe one of those got to stick. We got to throw enough at the wall. A dude like that who just tried to negotiate the terms of his bail release by saying, I'll hire police to watch over me and do a guest log, and I promise to give you my phone and internet. That dude probably filmed himself doing some stuff. And now the government has all that. Now, remember I told you King Combs, his real name is Christian. Dang it, I keep dropping the toothpick. Christian Combs, his son, made a whole diss track on 50 Cent and the Feds. 50 Cent, who knew 50 Cent would be the hero in this? Chris P. Diddley. Christian King Combs in May wrote a song called Pick a Side, where even in the song, which is horrible, he's got the same artistic abilities as his dad. He's probably good at like a shoulder shake and going but he also dropped some weird bars by saying like, you didn't even check our neighbor's house in the underground garage, or like something like that. Again, I wouldn't suggest listening to the song. Well, if you want a good laugh, listen to it. But it was weird. Even 50 Cent, went like, are you dumb or something, bro? You're under investigation. You're saying that in a song? Like, bro, you're a moron. Why I think there's some narcissism there. They think, they're more special than everybody else. They can't be touched. And that's just how they've lived for decades. Remember that. But not only is the government combing through all of this, dozens of terabytes of data. Just think about that. They took more than 100 tablets, phones, etc., whatever else, iCloud accounts they have to comb through. Think about how much money that costs to have hundreds of phones and tabs. How many throwaway phones is this dude? How much data and iCloud accounts and, Brother Love 69 at Yahoo iCloud accounts are these people logging into to go through troves of probably real weird videos. And what kind of person do you have to be to make that stuff? This is beyond me. But I think the other reason why a second judge has denied his bail, and this is, again, I link all the stuff I talk about down below, whether it's a great video from Fox Live, Fox News, something. They had this guy on who's doing the rounds right now. He's a legal analyst. And he detailed that after Sean Combs knew he was under investigation, he contacted many of the people who were witnesses, which you can't do. But one of them he contacted over 100 times. That person, here's the thing. These phone conversations, some of them are recorded. Like, this is all very obtainable data. Like, we're living in a digital age. Everything is tracked. And if you don't know that, you're a fucking moron. It doesn't matter if you have 100 phones and tablets. They can track them all. Everything's got a virtual ID, my friends. But again, thinking you're special, thinking, nope, nope, not me, not me. I'm too wealthy. I can buy my way out of this. I can make my mansion in Beverly Hills that's 17,000 square feet and has a 35-seat theater. Oh, put a toothpick in it. Let's take that toothpick out now. I forgot to mention that one of this home in Beverly Hills, where I don't know where he would want his bail to be. I'm sure they'd have to agree on something. It probably had to be in New York. Well, with this guy, you probably negotiate for whatever. But the Beverly Hills, remember, this isn't like he has to go home and just have no internet. This dude lives at a 17,000 square foot house in Beverly Hills that has a 35-seat theater. A 35-seat movie theater. Has a gym, a wine room, all this stuff. And this is the shit he's asking. This is what P. Diddy's lawyer is saying, like, we promise we'll give you his phone and have no internet, a guest log, and we'll have private security watch him. Make sure he doesn't watch any movies. Like, that's nuts, right? Because right now he's sitting in a 3x5 cell. Cold concrete. Metal. Nothing. He probably got like a TV and stuff. I don't know. And there's jail, prison YouTubers. No Diddy. Take that. Parish Price, God bless you. Take that. That's the artistic talent. That's his artistic range, P. Diddy. Take that. And if you're just joining, God bless you, Parish Price, with that comment. Please hit subscribe and the notification bell. My name is Rob. I do yacht rocking newsmentary. If you saw the thumbnail of the Orca, you'll understand what kind of yacht rocking I'm talking about. I'm not talking about Hall & Oates and Michael McDonald singing, or that Christopher Cross singing Sailing. I'm talking about yacht rocking as in, it's making some waves for some certain greedy people. Take that. Thank you. My God, I haven't heard a Diddy song in forever, but when you hear take that, and see the little shoulder shimmy, you know that's P. Diddley. Okay, so we're talking about his bail denied for a second time. And if you're just catching in, they offered $50 million to hire Sage Securities to babysit him. You know, when you hire a security company, they listen to what you say, and they would make sure he gave his phone and his internet up. But the problem is he owns like 17,000 square foot mansions with 35-seat movie theaters in them. And the other problem, because when you get denied bail, it's usually because you're a flight risk or you're a threat to the community. And this dude already has a violent history. We've seen on film the CNN released tape of what he did to Cassie. And they read the text in court, which I linked down below, which is gnarly. That Diddy thinks I'm telling you, the affluence. Remember that kid in Texas who got off from a gnarly DUI by saying he was too rich to know the laws, and they got him off on affluence? That was like what it was called. Just meaning like high wealth, wealthy lifestyle. That is really a real thing, because Diddy offering like to negotiate the terms of his bail being, a timeout for a teenager is wild. But this dude is proven on video of doing certain things, proven of intimidation, and we don't know what was said, but we know he tried to contact a witness over 100 times after learning he was being investigated. That in itself, just 100. I mean, think about it. Has anybody tried to contact you 100 times in the past month? You would be like, damn, man, this is intimidation. I don't care if you're my boss or, you're one of my kids. Like 100 times? What are you trying to intimidate me to do? And Diddy did that. Diddy did it. Diddy did that. He tried to intimidate, allegedly. Because, again, we don't know what was said. I'm sure we're going to find out. But if you ask me, my opinion is contacting someone 100 times, especially if they're not answering the first 50, like at that point, like, bro, that's borderline harassment. Or it is harassment. And those conversations were probably not fun if they did pick up. The other thing about this Brooklyn MDC, Metropolitan Detention Center, 5 years ago, this Brooklyn jail had a power outage where they had no heat, no electric. There was protests in front of the jail, which I agree with. Your punishment should just be the removal of society. It shouldn't be not having electricity or heat. Not in a civilized society, at least. So I don't think that stuff should happen. But that's where he's staying, at this place where this is the government. And we want a personal opinion here, I say, listen, if Diddy's in there where they have a power outage, it might be good for him to understand what it's like for regular people who can't pay their bills or have the power go out on them, or you know, because that dude's got generators for every mansion. He don't even have to consider. That's what I don't understand about some of these people that have that kind of money. Like, why wouldn't you fully invest in renewables so you don't even have to? You could be living off the grid in your swanky gated mansion. And maybe I just didn't see it, but I didn't see any like solar panels on his roofs. But why wouldn't you just be doing that, you know? I would be trying to just totally go renewable. But, you know, it might be good for him to see what it's like for the other side. It might be a wake-up call. Might bring him to Jesus. Have that bring him to Jesus moment. Well, they also got Peter in the yard on the same. I'm sure Diddy was here in the Bahamas as well. Wait, are you in the Bahamas, Parrish? Wait, have you stopped by before? I think we did. Have we spoke? There's something from the Bahamas. Well, and that's the other big thing that people are talking about, because basically Diddy's got, they got him on RICO charges, and they're saying who else, you know, because it can't just be all him. And I agree with that. Just like Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, you're seeing the web of people with these charges, just like there's a lawsuit against Mr. Beast, and something dropped last night that Rosanna Perino, I forget her name, forgive me, but she's been covering this amazingly. That people have been talking about, like, yo, one of the last days of filming on September 11th, a 6x6 piece fell on this person at the Amazon Mr. Beast games following filming. And just like Mr. Beast, Jimmy Donaldson can't do all this alone. There are people that are yes men that allow this, that enable it, that are above him, like his mom. His mom is a high up in the company. She works at Mr. Beast. And the fact that his mom is allowing this stuff to go on speaks volumes, you know? There always has to be, just like Mr. Rogers said, look for the helpers, but he said it in terms of like 9/11 and stuff like that, like look for the people who are willing to help. You could turn that into a nefarious saying too. Well, not nefarious, but you could use that saying when it comes to nefarious people as well, people committing nefarious act. Look for the helpers. That's interesting. This is like the upside down Mr. Rogers show right now. Because we're taking Mr. Rogers quotes. Yes, you did. All right, Parrish. I thought so, man. Have you started some videos? Please, Parrish. We're going to put a toothpick in it. And we are going to hopefully get you to start uploading some Bahama videos. Heck, you can start doing some newsmentary stuff in the Bahamas. Tell us what's going on down there. I would love to. I mean, the Bahamas is notorious when it comes to a bunch of different things, whether it's beautiful landscapes or some of these news stories. You know, people like to go down there and hide. But man, I really hope you start creating, Parrish. Good to see you again, too. I thought it was you. You gotta change that avatar from a P to some beautiful bohemian landscape or animal or something. Please. Come on, man. You can create. I believe in you. Do it. All right, so like we were saying, the upside down world, Mr. Rogers, the Stranger Things Mr. Rogers would say, look for the helpers. And that not only applies to good times, but for the upside down times, that applies to the people who are enabling these monsters. And I was reading about this one woman who Diddy called her right-hand man, his right-hand man or woman. And she was the one setting up all the stuff. And I mean, where's that woman? I'm guessing she's on the witness list, because a lot of these people are going to flip, so they're not spending life in jail or whatever amount of time in jail, or they're not getting locked up. And if they're cooperating, you know, they're going to stay out. And that's why Diddy probably wants to get out real bad. But there had to have been people who I believe are just as guilty, not just by association, but by their actions, that they helped this stuff happen. It can't happen alone. EP. Well, hello to you as well, pretty boy. It can't happen alone. So I think Mr. Rogers was just a timeless sage when he said, look for the helpers, because that applies to Ellen's situation when she was getting called out for stuff, Mr. Beast's situation, and now Sean Dusty Crumbs, Puff Jacket Combs, whatever the fuck his name is. Brother Love. And it's always, man, I made that note. The best actors play themselves. Because like Combs, Ellen, and Mr. Beast, they all present themselves as one thing. He gave himself the nickname Brother Love. And man, if we're not finding out, he was the farthest thing from that. And that's what they like to do. They like to present themselves in their own narrative, what they want to push upon the world to receive as who they are. And really, they're monsters from what we've learned. And it speaks a lot too, right? That Diddy denied it, said everybody was just hungry for money. It's all a money grab until the video dropped. And then he took full responsibility and blamed it on addiction, which is just a cowardly cop-out, you know? You don't get drunk once and then act like he did in that video. That's not how that happens, okay? And you could tell too, like his kids, his sons are just being monsters in this too. It's okay if someone close to you does this and you go, I didn't know that, but that's heinous and I don't support it. And unfortunately, I'm in a conflicted position because that's, you know, a family member or whatever. It's okay to do that. There's a duality of man, and we don't see people acknowledge that enough. They pretend like they got to be some ride or die, and it really just makes you become a scumbag yourself. But we do know that his son, Christian, the irony in that name, Combs, was a co-defendant, or his dad was a co-defendant in allegations against himself and some SA on a yacht. So, does the apple not fall far from the tree? We don't know. We don't know. I hate to lump them all into a bunch, but, you know, with everything that's coming out and the denials, that's what I was saying. Like Mr. Beast hasn't even made a comment, you know? And you think if people were saying that stuff and it just wasn't true and you were proud about how you treated people that work for you, because I'm saying this as someone who, when I've hired people, I'm proud of the way I treated my employees, the way I worked with people. I was proud of that. And I would, you know, I would not even speak to them and say, you can go ask them for yourself. I won't even talk to them, and they'll tell you. You know, they still come to me. I love that. I have these lifelong relationships with people because I believe being a mentor is a very important thing, and it's necessary for people, man. And you could tell that Mr. Beast, like, if he was really proud, he could release contracts. He could say, look at how much I paid this person. This is us signed on the line. Look at how much I'm paying these people. He could easily do that to just knock out all these allegations, but he's just stayed quiet, which speaks so loudly, so loudly. Oh, look at that. Parrish already changed it. Look at that. That's awesome. That is awesome. I love to see it. So yeah, man, it speaks so loudly. You know, especially when it's this vehement denial that Diddy did until the video drops. Once the video drops, all of a sudden he's on camera going, I take full responsibility. He didn't apologize. The pigs swim here. Oh my God, please get a video of the pig swimming. Parrish Price, you got a viral hit right there if you do a short video of a pig swimming. Say, in the Bahamas, I don't know, you got to come up with a quick, catchy, you know, title. But something like, never mind pigs flying, here in the Bahamas, pigs swim. That's a bad one. Again, we're brainstorming. But bro, you got content for days. I'm talking about stuff where people, you know, I got a lot of trolls that hate. People don't like opinionated, yacht-rocking newsmentary. But when it comes to like pig swimming, yo, everyone can get behind that. Damn, I want to go to the Bahamas now and swim with the pigs. Yo, that is hilarious. That's awesome, Parrish. All right, guys. Oh, no. That's it for right now. Those are what are the latest updates. We even talked about what P. Diddy's first meal in jail was. Swedish meatballs. Oh. I wonder if it was good. You know, as crazy as that sounds, like, yeah, I haven't had Swedish meatballs in forever. And if you did, like, that's another great YouTube thing. If you really could get the jail from the jail food, like somehow find out where they're ordering it from, like the supplies and how they're making it, and you did a taste test, like Swedish meatballs from there or from IKEA, and see which was better. Like, I haven't had Swedish meatballs in so long. I couldn't say that I wouldn't say the jail one wasn't better. That should be a YouTube thing. So yeah, we even found out what P. Diddy ate for his first meal, allegedly. Again, I'm sure the prison YouTubers will dive into this deeper. And again, if you're looking for more content that is Really, really well done. I highly suggest Straight Game TV. Delray Richardson, platinum recording artist. He worked with Tupac and he covers this stuff amazingly. New art in the Discord. Accidentally made Nixon. Accidentally. Nobody accidentally makes Nixon. Yeah, you do some cool work in there, Curtis. I was just checking it out. Harlem Shake and Bake. Yeah, Parrish, come join the Discord. Link down in the description below. I might go live again later, so if you could, hit subscribe and hit the notification bell. I love it when people join up and we have a conversation. And don't forget, P. Diddy really thinks he's special. He really thought he could negotiate a bail hearing by saying, I'll give you $50 million and I promise no phone and internet and a guest log. And not only that, but I'll hire security to babysit me. That's not how this works. Interesting that they think that that's how it works. And it would have been real fascinating if they let him out. But if he's contacting people 100 times, ain't happening. So there's the latest with the P. Diddy. That's the biggest stuff happening right now. I'm sure there's more news and we'll cover it maybe later tonight. So I appreciate you for stopping by to the Yacht Rockin' Newsman Terry. Hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, hit the notification bell. I appreciate you. Have a great day. Much love. Peace.